We're going to do a quick tour of the updated Clever Teacher Portal. The first page you're going to see when you log in is your resources page. When you scroll down, you're going to be able to see all of the district resources that are available for your school. These may be different if you've been at multiple schools based on the subscriptions that your schools purchase. If you want to be able to quickly access your favorite resources, you can simply click on the heart in the bottom corner, and it will bring all of those up to the top so that you can access them quickly and be able to get to what you need even faster. The next thing that we can look at is the library. This is going to be where you can find different apps that you can add to your own Clever page, either for your own use or your students' use. But I will warn you, sometimes these things require subscriptions as well. For example, Typing Club. It is subscription based, so it may be kind of like putting a link on your page, but it's not going to track progress and it's not going to let you sign in because you haven't paid for a subscription for it. So it just depends on what it is. If you have any questions about anything, or you aren't sure if you can add it, or things like that, if you want to just send me an email, we can look at that together. The next thing I want to show you is how to set up a teacher page. This is a little bit different than the previous video that we have out there from 3 years ago. So the teacher pages are going to be at the very top of the student pages. The students, when they log into Clever, they're going to see their teacher's name, and that's every teacher that they have as a class in PowerSchool. And then all of the district resources are going to be underneath it. So if you have anything specific just for your class, your teacher page is a great place to put that because the kids are always going to have access to it when they get to Clever. So we're just going to click on Miss Nelson's page, and it's super plain right now. So we could add different categories to kind of steer our kids in the direction we want them to go in. One category I always like to use whenever I was teaching was an early finisher page. So this is going to be where you can put things that the students, whenever they raise their hand and say, I'm done, what do I do now? You can put different things in here that they can go explore, interact with, use for remediative practice, things like that. You also could create different categories for different subject areas. Like you could do additional math practice, because some students, believe it or not, do go home and get on Clever and do additional practice in things because they just simply liked to practice more. So you could set that up and organize it how you want it. And then now we can add different resources into those categories. You have 3 options. You can do the app. Like I said earlier, that goes back to the library. Just be careful with that. Some things may require a subscription. You can do a link to an outside resource. So Starfall is a super popular resource in our early grades. So let's say that we want to allow them time to go to Starfall. You're just simply going to put that link in there, either type it in or copy it from another web browser, title it, choose what category you want it to go in, and you can take a screenshot of an icon and upload it, or just choose an icon that Clever has provided for you. Now you can see right here in the top right corner, there's a little blue chain link. So that means that it is just a link to a website. It is not going to save a login. It is not going to roster a class. It is only a place to click and it takes you there. You also can add in PDFs. So if you have a newsletter or you have a certain article that you want your students to read, you could put that in as well. So you would just upload your file. I'm just going to pick something I have on here. If we want this to be our newsletter, please read. We can put it under math practice, put an icon, and this has got a red icon in the top corner with PDF in there. You really could customize it, change out your content based on what units you're studying or seasonally or things like that. But it's just going to give your kids another place to go to be able to access resources. The other thing I want to point out is our Students tab. So you would go to your Student Roster tab to be able to see badging opportunities where you could print their badge, void their current badge. You also can go here to Analytics and see the activity for your students, what resources they've used in the past several days. So this would be a good place to go to kind of check that progress on how often they've been logging in and what they've been accessing whenever they've been on their time in Clever. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email and contact me, and I will help you the best I can.